Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that rule well. Peace, love, and salutation to all the brothers out there pushing this word of sincerity and the truth. Shalom to the brothers, sisters, and children out there keeping this word of sincerity and the truth. Okay, I just want to go into a quick lesson. Going into Sirach chapter 23. Yeah, Sirach 23. Just kind of going into the mindset or the results. Well, I want to call it. I don't know what I'm entitled, but kind of going into the effects of feminism, but also too things or rather, I just say it like this: why Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah put certain laws into motion, certain laws into place. You know, certain things that he implemented, and because it eliminated what we see now in today's time in America. So I'm gonna get into it so it can explain itself a little bit better. This is Sirach 23, starting at verse 16 in the GNT. It says, there are a number of ways to sin and bring down the Lord's anger, but sexual passion is a hot, blazing fire that cannot be put out at will. It can only burn itself out. And ultimately what it's going into with the sexual passion this time, because you know the sexual desire, but then it's leading into adultery. Because like it started off with number of ways to sin and bring down the Lord's anger. And when you go into the sexual, or like I say, sexual passion, it's really going into adultery. But it's going to explain. It says, a man who lives for nothing but sexual enjoyment will keep on until that fire destroys him. To such a man, all women are desirable, and he can never get enough as long as he lives. Now, what it mean by all women are desirable, meaning it don't matter if she has a husband or not. It don't matter if she's promised to someone or not. That type of man that lives for nothing but sexual pleasure, he's going to deal with all types of women. He has no boundaries. He has no limits. He has nothing to say, oh, yeah, she got a man. Nah, I can't deal with her. You know? No, it's all women are on the table. That's what it's going into. And I'm going to jump into the KJV as well. It says, a man who is unfaithful to his wife thinks to himself. And when it's going into unfaithful, it's not saying a man can't have more than one wife. That's not what it's going into. There's plenty of scriptures that proves men can have multiple wives. But that's a God-given right. Don't care what no woman say. Don't care what feminism say. The Lord created more women than men, and there's all types of laws on it and examples in the Bible of men having multiple wives. That's something that was never done away with. It's still to this day. So it's not saying that a man can't have more than one wife when they say unfaithful to his wife, but it's going into committing adultery with another man's wife. That's what it's going into, because when you do that, you destroy your family. You know, you destroy your legacy, you destroy your family as a man. And we're going to get some scriptures to prove that too. But it says the man who is unfaithful to his wife thinks to himself, no one will ever know it's dark in here and no one sees me. I have nothing to worry about. As for the Most High, he won't even notice. This man is only afraid of other people. He doesn't realize that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, that he sees everything we do, even when we try to hide it. He knew everything before he created the world as well as after. That sinful man will be caught when he least expects it and punished publicly. This is how you know that it's going into adultery as well. It says, verse 22, the same is true of a woman who is unfaithful to her husband and presents him with a child by another man. And this is what you see in today's society. These things go on in today's society as we speak. A man sleeping and dealing with another man's wife, and women stepping out on their husbands or the man that they're with and having children by another man. That's why I said the same is true of a woman who is unfaithful to her husband and presents him, which is her husband, with a child by another man. And that's extremely wicked. That's extremely evil. That's extremely evil. You know, it's even ostracized still in today's society. Just it's not shamed like it should be. You know, but people still have a sense of morality to say that that's wrong. You know, to do something like that. But then you have other people, other women especially, that try to justify it. Will say, well, that man, he wasn't doing this right, or he wasn't doing that right, and she got to get this from somewhere. You know, but in the eyes of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that's beyond worthy of death. You know, that's extremely evil, extremely wicked. And again, it's all types of laws on this. This is why it's been written. Verse 23, in the first place, she has broken the law of the Most High. What's the law of the Most High? Thou shalt not commit adultery. That's the law of the Most High. That's the law that Yahweh Shem Yahushua said is worthy of death. And that's rightfully so. As a man, your woman step out on you and she cheat on you with another man, and it don't even gotta go on further. She cheat on you with another man. That's beyond enraged. You know, you want all of them dead. But then she have a child by another man. You find out it's not even yours. Oh man, and so many people, so many Israelites especially, fall victim of this. And Esau, he fall a victim of it too. These other nations that's over here in America, living in Babylon the Great, and everybody under that feminist vibration, they feeling it too. Especially a lot of Edomites, they dealing with this situation as we speak. That's why when they find out, they spaz out and kill the family. You know. Edomite men, they spaz out and kill the family. But that's but dealing with Jake, this is something that goes on amongst Jake like it's normal, you know. And you don't hear about all the stories of when it happens. You really don't have to. We already know it happens, just from the few that we do hear. So it says, continuing on, in the second place, she has wronged her husband because she stepped out and committed adultery. When you make a vow, she made a vow to honor and love. Well, this is an Americanized, westernized vow. But even using that in sickness and in health, rich or poor, to death do you part. You made a vow to first and foremost to Yahweh Shem Hamashah and to your husband, that you will be a faithful wife unto him forever, until y'all die, or until he dies first. But it says she has wronged her husband. So you broke the vow, you broke the promise, the covenant, the agreement that you made. So first and foremost, you committed adultery and you broke the vow. And then continuing on, it says, and in the third place, she has made a whore of herself by committing adultery and bearing the child of a man, not her husband. So much is wrong with that. And this is how modern society functions. Modern society functions off this system. And in this system, it's not demonized. It's not punished. It's not shamed. That type of behavior. This is why we also say the Lord is going to destroy America. He's going to destroy this place. Because this is extremely, extremely wicked. This is extremely evil. And this happens all too often, especially amongst the Israelite communities. It says the children will suffer for her sin. They will not be able to find a place in society or establish families. Right, because of this, because first and foremost, in today's society, you can't get put to death for it. But in the ancient world, you got put to death. Both that man and the woman. The children would have never been born. And if they did get born, they'd have got put to death too. That's why I say the children will suffer for her sin. It says she will be brought before the assembly and permanently disgraced. What happened to her and what she did would never be blotted out. There will be a curse on her memory after she is gone. Everyone will realize that nothing is better than fearing Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Nothing is sweeter than keeping his commands. Right? Nothing is better than following out the ways of the Lord, because you eliminate those issues. Those issues would never arise if we was to do the things that the Lord commanded us to do. But because we don't, we have modern day society where that's the norm, you know? So let me get Okay, let me get it in the KJV. This is Sirach 23. I'm gonna just read a couple of them. Verse 16. Two sorts of men multiply sin, and the third will bring wrath. A hot mind is a burning fire. It will never be quenched till it be consumed. A fornicator in the body of his flesh will never cease till he have kindled a fire. And that's how you know what it's talking about also as well, because fornicator is going into adultery. It's not talking about a man that has sex before marriage. It's not what fornication is. According to the scriptures, fornication is unlawful sexual behavior. And a part of that unlawful sexual behavior goes into adultery. All bread, verse 17, all bread is sweet to a whoremonger. He will not leave off till he die. And again, this goes into a mindset of a lot of Israelites, a lot of Jake men in today's society. They would deal with any and everybody, every woman. No matter if she got a man or not. And he'll know she got a man. He'll probably know him and be cool with him and still deal with him. You know? But it said these type of men is what bring the wrath of Yahweh Shem Yahushua down. This is why we say a lot of Israelites gonna be a 2/3 over here. You know, it is a 2/3. It's a lot of Israelites that's gonna be put to death. And it's gonna be horrible death, horrible judgments. Like everything they're doing in today's society, you're gonna be punished for, you're gonna be judged for. You're not getting away with that. You know, especially if you don't repent, you ain't getting away with that. The Lord not gonna have no mercy. It's gonna be final destination type judgments happening to a lot of Israelites, you know, but on a whole nother scale, you know, because you don't get the opportunity to be wicked and still receive blessings. No. And when I say blessings, I mean, you know, the blessings from Yahweh by Shem Yahushua ultimately leading up into the kingdom. I mean, whatever you reap, whatever you sow, that's what you're gonna reap. So if you was reaping wickedness, you gonna sow wickedness. If you was reaping evil, if you was sowing evil, you gonna reap evil. You know, that's how it works. The Lord is a just power, and that's what we want to see. We want the Lord to bring back judgment because we're tired of this world and the way it's going, the way it's functioning, the way society is functioning. The only way to cleanse the earth is to bring judgment. A lot of people gotta go. A lot of people on this earth just gotta they gotta get off this earth, you know, and be reborn into this earth in their right mind, in the kingdom of heaven. People, when I say people, I'm talking about Israelites. I'm gonna read verse 18. It says, a man that breaketh wedlock, saying thus in his heart, who seeth me, I am compassed about with darkness, the walls cover me, and nobody seeth me. What need I to fear? The Most High will not remember my sins. Such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men, and considering the most secret parts. So it's just gonna go back into what it was saying in the GNT. A man like that, they thinking that they getting away with all of that. But no, you're not getting away with that. The Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua, he's gonna punish every single person in that mindset. It's Israelite that's doing that, that's keeping that type of behavior. You know, and that's what we see in this modern day society. That's why you gotta be careful dealing with these women. Talking to these brothers, you gotta be careful dealing with these women, because they will put you in these type of situations, and if you do anything, especially if you get out of character and do something against what Yahweh Shem Yahushua would have commanded us to do, you gonna be in trouble. You know, you gonna be subjected to judgment. You know, for how you reacted to that. But in order to avoid this situation, you just gotta be careful dealing with these women, because these situations is all too common. And I guarantee you, it's a lot of brothers that deal with this, or that's dealing with this now, or have dealt with this in the past. Having a woman that she seemed cool, or you know, y'all doing y'all thing or whatever, and then all of a sudden she pregnant, and you find out it's not yours. And especially brothers who have been married to women, and this turned around and happened. You know, this is the world we living in. This is why we praying for Yahweh Shem Yahushua to come back and destroy it and establish the righteous kingdom. I guess I ended on that. This is 2 Peter chapter 2. Did I pass it? Salakia. Okay, here it is. 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 13. It says, nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. So we looking for a new rulership in the world to be completely different than with the way it is now. That new rulership starts with Yahweh Shai, the 144,000, the governing body of the earth, and the Israelites, the holy people, governing the earth in righteousness. This is what we looking for. Because the way it's going right now, it's just everything is gonna die. Everything is because everything is set to destroy itself, and that's the vibration of Esau Edom. That's how the so-called white man gets down. His vibration is for everything to destroy itself. And if you don't believe me, just look at society. Look at the way the world is going. Who is the main factor influencing the affairs of the world? That's not hard to answer at all, especially over here in America. Who is the one making the mass majority of the laws, if not all the laws? Yeah, all the laws and the way that society is going right now. He is responsible for that. So he's going to have to pay for that. But what we looking for is a righteous rulership under our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shai, and 144,000, which is the governing body of the nation of Israel, the elect, the elite of the elect. And that's the new heavens and new earth that we're looking for, meaning new rulership under new management, the earth under new management. And that's going to eliminate all these problems that we dealing with, all these problems that we facing, that we see in modern society. But Lord will, that was right on time too. Lord will, that was the edifying lesson. I just want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that rule well. Peace, love, and salutation to all the brothers out there pushing this word of sincerity and the truth. Shalom to the brothers, sisters, and children that they're keeping this word of sincerity and the truth. And until next time, shalom.